Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We are back ranking Batman's villains/rogues. It's part 3. We are up to the K's. Well,
The
I'd
end of the
say
K's.
the L's, yeah.
And first up, we have Sorry, I wanted to do the Cobra Commander voice.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how much
No.
of that was caught.
Damn it!
Yeah,
Damn you, technology and its limits!
I think you sort of got what's the term for it again? I think you peaked. See, that's it. I think you peaked the mic.
yes, yeah, that is the term used.
Damn it! It's annoying. Oh well. Is what it is. Anyways, who's this dude is a pretty obscure one.
Oh goody, love the obscure ones. Makes it so
Not
much.
the most obscure one, if we're being honest, but still.
No, we had that one dude who was in like maybe one story and didn't even have a fucking wiki entry anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Fucking General?
Yes.
Are we talking
So
Jason
there are two
Burr
Cobras
Cobra
in the
or-
comics. One of them is the founder of the Cobra cult. The other is the current leader of the Cobra cult. Let's just treat them collectively because, yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, they're cult leaders.
They seem effectively the same thing of, oh, another villain, hand-to-hand combat advanced, genius level intellect, tactical analysis, hooray!
Funny that the Bat-themed hero has so many snake-themed villains.
Yeah, I did notice that last time as well. A lot of just animal-themed villains in general, really.
That I could get. He apparently has
Yeah.
a longevity power.
That doesn't surprise me. A lot of snake-based characters have longevity powers, usually because of, like, mythology reasons. But yeah, this has been a long-running character, but like hasn't popped up too much in other media. I want to say just because like Cobra seems like it's infringing on a couple different other companies' things. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
You're saying that the famously derivative and derived from comic book industry has places where they might be stepping on some copyright toes?
In fairness, I'm pretty sure that the Cobra cult was made before the Serpent Society was, but at the same time, there were a lot of pre-existing snake villains for the Serpent Society. Also, G.I. Joe, I'm pretty sure existed by this point.
Yes, that's what I was referring to specifically.
Yes.
Apparently,
No, you see, this one's different because it's Cobra with a K.
Which I believe is how every Cobra snake-themed villain is spelled. All of them decide to spell it with a K because they want to be a special little boy.
Because they don't want to be confused with Cobra and Cobra Commander, yes.
apparently it was voiced by Arnold Vosloo in something. So, cool.
I think it was Beware the Batman is the only thing he's popped up in.
But I'm still going slow
C.
C.
That's just the default, I think, at this point.
Between failsafe and gearhead.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I, on a personal level, don't concern myself much with the positioning, so I'll generally defer to you, except in like very specific cases.
Lady Shiva.
Lady Shiva is an interesting one.
So Lady
ahead.
Shiva, D&D wise, falls into possibly the worst and my most hated alignment.
Okay.
What, lawful evil?
Neutral evil. I love lawful evil. Lawful evil is my favorite. Neutral evil is the worst.
I wouldn't really necessarily call her neutral evil. There are a few other villains that fit that a lot better here.
True, but like she's essentially amoral, and her bottom line is literally she will just. She's a mercenary. She's a pure mercenary who is amoral and entirely self-centered. And to me, that is not a desirable character archetype. Whether it's for reasons of interest or otherwise.
It does depend on the version of Shiva, because some versions of her do have some degree of an honor code. Like, they won't, she won't take jobs targeting X, Y, or Z type of target, for example, or generally seeking out to fight strong opponents rather than weak opponents, if it's possible. But yeah, it does depend on the adaptation.
I would say that her martial ethics and professional ethics should be considered separately.
True.
Because on a professional level, most versions don't really mind murdering whoever, as long as the player's right.
That's the contract part. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but when it comes to actual,
I find distasteful.
When it comes to actual fighting, she enjoys fight. So the fighting is for the love of the game. The killing is because it's her job and that's how she pays the bills.
And that's just not something I can get behind, unfortunately.
I think she's pretty cool in terms of like her actual like aesthetic and her skill set. She is legitimately an extremely skilled martial artist in basically every version of the setting.
She's in the top 3. The top 3 in the DC universe are Batman, Cassandra Cain, and Lady Shiva.
More or less, yeah. Sometimes you throw in Richard Dragon in there too to make it a top 4.
It generally vary. The exact positioning does tend to vary depending on the person.
Usually Shiva and usually Batman is the least skilled of that grouping because, yeah.
He's got other things.
He's got other shit going on, including being, the world's greatest detective. But Lady Shiva is consistently his most skilled martial arts opponent. And she's really badass. And when she is ridden with actual nuance, which she sometimes is, she can present very interestingly and as like an antagonist to both Bruce and Cassandra.
That, when written well, is a very important qualifier.
Look, it's kind of implied for a lot of these, okay? That kind of has to be said.
So I will say, it's also usually a toss-up who's better between her and Cassandra.
Yeah. I mean, in some cases, it's shown that Cassandra isn't as good as her only because of inexperience, and she will get better eventually.
Purely time difference.
Yes.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, I'd say Lady Shiva's an A-tier villain.
I dislike her for, just because I never to me, the amoral characters tend to be the least interesting. Because their nature is overly predictable.
I feel like Shiva's nature varies often enough and just heavily enough, depending on the writer, that she can be and often is interesting. Like, there is oftentimes conflict between her and Cassandra that can be mined for good drama.
No, I acknowledge that. It's just, she's a character who, like I said, the reason I find her uninteresting is because if you look at, the broad scale, across variations, she tends to be very predictable. She fulfills a similar role in most of the stories she appears in, and that role is generally somewhat uninteresting.
I think, the most interesting stuff with her is the stuff where she's, actually featured alongside her daughter, because that does tend to get the most,
yeah,
mileage.
That is generally how it goes, yeah.
Yeah, I'd still say A tier. We can compromise and put her at the bottom of A tier, though, if you want.
Put her with her
Just for the
beau,
sake of-
Gentleman Ghost.
I still
for
think
the
it's...
sake of-
Also,
Go ahead.
I think it's more than fair to put her a full tier above David Kane, because he sucks.
Oh, that's not a question. It's just David Kane is only in B tier because
He was a sperm
the
donor,
sperm
yes.
donor that created Cassandra
Yeah.
Kane.
Also, yes, the Batman Brave and the Bold version of Lady Shiva had an attraction to Gentleman Ghost.
That's so funny. Oh, have you been watching that?
No, I'm just reading that from the wiki.
Ah,
Lady Vic.
who the hell is Lady Vic?
I'll let you know in a second. Primarily a Nightwing villain.
That's why. Okay.
Assassin descending from a line of wealthy English aristocratic mercenaries, wields the heirlooms of their
Oh,
descendants'
God.
trade. Would it be descendants' trade?
Gross. Gross.
It would be ancestors'
What
trade.
was gross about
Nepo
that?
baby.
Oh, Nepo baby. Fuzzy. They're villains. They're not supposed... They're all
No,
bad.
we've established that villains, like, depend on presentation, and to me, I, on a personal level, require a bit more in the realm of, how should we say, unrealism,
So
right?
I will give you this, like, if it's a legacy villain, but they actually like either try to surpass their predecessors or differentiate themselves from
Exactly.
legacy. I think that's
And
a bit more interesting than just
That's
like
more interesting. There is no indication that Lady Vic does so.
that said, I will say if it is a source of conflict that they are like stuck between trying to live their own life and trying to live up to the legacy, that's also interesting. But that
Once
also
again,
does not
there
seem
is
to be
no
the case.
indication that Lady Vic does any of that.
Yes, exactly.
Like I said, you should know by now that I'm not, that as arbitrary as I sound, I'm not necessarily making these decisions arbitrarily. It's just
I know. I also know nothing about this character beyond what Mill has just said, so
Apparently has a bit of a thing, I say thing, like rivalry thing or enemies thing with Deadshot.
neat.
also not entirely surprising. They do run in similar circles.
She and Double Dare, whoever the fuck that is, attacked Deadshot when he was with his wife and kids, and
Dick move.
he only just managed to beat him, and then later on, when they were sort of, maybe part of the same group, I'm not sure. Either way, Deadshot shot her in the kneecaps and left her on Scataris.
Oof.
But yes, yeah, she just seems like a dick. I don't know
Or
if
do-
E tier, but like not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd say D tier then.
yeah, just
Again, she's got the same thing of expert marksman, expert martial artist, expert assassin.
basically any vanilla human will have those tags.
At least
And
one
they're
of them,
Superman.
yeah.
Most of them have like all of them.
I'll
Yeah.
give her high D tier because she has flintlock pistols, and that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Le Boss.
Le Boss. So this guy is a French neurosurgeon who dresses up in a hunchback costume and also lobotomizes people.
Right?
I mean, sure. It's like, so what you're saying is he commits to the bit.
He does commit to the bit, yes.
So high C is what I'm getting from this.
He's a pretty recent one, too. He was part of Simon Hurt's Club of Villains.
Yeah, I'm just what I'm just getting from this.
In fairness, Fuzzy, it seems like he's now has to commit to the bit because he confided in the Joker, and Joker
Oh no.
basically decided to go, well, if you're so if you're so envious of me having the appearance of a twisted villain, well, you just have to put it on. Why don't I give you the appearance of a twisted villain?
See, that's the thing. You don't annoy the Joker like that.
Don't
think it's even
confide
a-
anything in the Joker.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much a matter of annoyance as it is a matter of just like you don't talk to the Joker.
Yes.
Right? The simplest way to like avoid
Just do
like-
not interact, do not touch, do not
yes.
anything. The Joker. Anywho, where do we want to put him?
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the Club of Villains, which, hey, terrible name. Try and go for something a little more highbrow than Club, but they broke Joker out of Arkham to recruit him, and he just turned on them. Which, okay,
Well,
great
wow.
work, guys. Great work.
Also,
Again,
I will protest against your
surprise
dissing of the word club. The Hellfire Club exists, and that is a cool name.
All right, but that's because of Hellfire, not Club.
Okay, I'll give you that, yes.
If you want to use Club, you gotta have something that actually, like, Club and Villains are both too generic to work together. If you want to use Villains, you gotta have something like, hey, the League of Villains. That works.
Mm-hmm.
Club of Villains, no. Sounds like an after-school club.
Where in C tier we want to put him?
I'll give him committing to the bit, so probably in around C-ish.
Where in C, though? Do you want to put him, like, mid-C?
Actually, King Kraken is also a part of the Club of Villains, so...
Let's put them right next to each other. They can be buddies.
yeah.
Lincoln March, the Court of Owls Owlman.
Where do we put OG Owlman?
We haven't yet. We put the
not?
Court of Owls, I believe, in B tier. Or did we put them in A tier? I forget.
I could have sworn we'd already done...
No, we kind of grouped... Oh, Court of Owls is in B tier, yeah. We kind of grouped Lincoln March in with Court of Owls, and we talked about Owlman in discussing the courts.
Did we?
A little bit, yeah. This is the mainline universe Owlman, not the injustice. Not the crime syndicate Owlman, who is listed separately. But yeah, this is one of the new 52 editions. One of the more one of the cooler ones, I want to say.
He's a bit
because...
more well liked and overall just executed a little bit better than a lot of the others.
Yeah, I mean, bit of a low bar, but
yeah,
there are a couple other ones that are decent, if only by like the idea behind them or the design. But yeah, he does have a neat design. And he is also, a member of the Court of Owls, so that does kind of, bump him up a little bit.
Yeah, he's not like great, but he's not like bad enough to go in like C tier. I think like low B, like right at the, like maybe just above the people who got there by being sperm donors.
So right below Hush, then.
Yes.
Apparently he and Clue Master got their asses beat by the entire Bat family.
I'm not shocked.
Couldn't have happened to a more deserving individual. who's next?
Lock up.
Lock up.
I will defer to your judgment because I am drawing a blank.
Animated series.
Actually, well, also a Robin villain from the 90s.
Is that? Do we care about that? Like, is that relevant to us?
Well, he first appeared in Batman the Animated Series, then he popped up in Robin in the 90s afterwards.
I see.
And he is actually the first villain from the animated series to make the transition over to the comics. He beat Harley Quinn by 3 years.
Wow. That's... I don't know if that's an achievement or disappointing on the side of the people in charge.
Yes. Also, he is a former security guard from Arkham Asylum who became obsessed with keeping criminals in prison at all times. But he's also a shitty security guard and a piece of shit, so...
Well, yeah, if he worked at Arkham, where it's practically a revolving door.
Mm-hmm.
Also, his name is Lyle Bolton.
Always on the nose with these names.
Like I said, I'm convinced there's a database somewhere in both Amanda Waller and...
Also, you want to know something funny, Fuzzy? He applied to be in the GCPD, but he got rejected because he was too much of a bloodthirsty psycho.
Okay, wow. That is an achievement.
Like, physically he was ideal, but he was too much of, like, a nut job for even them to take in, which is wild.
Yeah, especially, like, considering the general standards of the GCPD, that is certainly an achievement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty nuts. Yeah. I kind of want to say high C, low B just for the memorability of...
Just because of the GCPD thing, yeah.
Yeah.
He also...
That alone...
He also took control of Blackgate Prison during No Man's Land.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Sanctioned by Batman as well, because Batman basically went, well, we've got to have some criminals locked up, and as long as you don't actually, hurt them, go nuts.
Yeah, before he decayed into, like, being a full-time blood psycho, he was actually, more or less dedicated to being orderly and keeping criminals locked up. Didn't last long, though.
They tend not to.
No.
In Arkham.
Anywho, I'd say low B tier.
I'm not sure I'd go low B. I'd probably go somewhere in C.
Okay. I'd say high C still.
We'll put him above the live-action 60s villains.
Okay. Lord Deathman. What a silly name.
I mean, he's a literal skeleton, so... Oh, you want to know what his name in New 52 is?
Oh, no.
Larry. That's it. Larry.
Honestly, that's kind of
amazing.
That's, like, pretty sick, actually.
You want to know what his abilities are?
What?
Yoga, meditation, regenerative healing.
Again,
Wow.
that's kind of cool. I think just on, like, the somewhat unique nature, I'm willing to go a bit higher.
He's from the fucking 60s, by the way.
Of course he is. How
Not
wouldn't he be
necessarily,
from the 60s? So he's a Japanese crime lord, and apparently has mentioned knowing the name of every single Pokemon and their evolved forms.
Amazing.
This guy seems pretty, like, cool, honestly.
Yeah. He's
think-
like the classic
Here.
card-carrying comic book villain from the
Yeah,
60s.
he seems like he deserves B tier just for the nature of his gimmick.
Yeah. I'd say so too.
Yeah. No, I'm fully fine putting this guy in B. Put him with Gorilla Boss, because again, that's another one where we were just like, how much
This is
the
delightfully silly.
gimmick, yeah, how much the gimmick is insane is what what makes them great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mad Hatter.
Oh boy, Mad Hatter, everyone's favorites.
One of the bigger ones.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, he was originally patterned, at least partially based. Oh no, not originally. He was born. He was made in 1948. Jesus. But yeah, more recent illustrations at one point made him look like Tom Petty.
Like
is funny.
the musician or
The musician.
the Buddhist monk
The musician.
who teaches people Hamon.
Yes, I know the joke.
Is that an MF and JoJo's reference? Yes, it is. Thank you for asking.
You're very quiet, Fuzzy.
Oh, well, I think at this point that just needs to be taken as a matter of course, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Mad Hatter is pretty cool. He's got legacy. He's not particularly, like, outstanding in any way.
He does stick to the bit quite thoroughly, but that's partially because he's insane.
As we've established, insanity is not a downside when it comes to these villains.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah,
So-
he's actually unlike the Joker, who embraces the madness. He does not like being crazy, as it turns out.
Okay, well, that's just a personal problem on his end. Quite rude of him, honestly.
He
Yes.
apparently has a pet monkey.
Amazing.
Again, that seems not uncommon.
Managed to take control of Scarecrow for a bit.
That is impressive.
Well, depends on the version of Scarecrow, but yes.
And Scarecrow is one of the A-listers in Batman's Rogues Gallery.
So yeah, I think B tier. Solidly, like, in the middle of B tier, if not, like, low A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree with that. He's been around for quite a long time, so that definitely speaks to his staying power.
Hmm.
It even pops up. He keeps popping up in adaptations too, which works to his benefit. Yeah, maybe like top of B, bottom of A.
I
Something
think
along
the
those
bottom
lines,
of A. Mad Monk.
Mad. What's Rouge doing here?
Well, he's not exactly doing much in the One Piece verse right now.
It's gonna
Oh.
be so funny if he turns out to be, like, vital to the later story. But anyway, so this is Rasputin, right? Or is it someone else?
I'm pretty sure it's Rasputin. I'm not finding him on the wiki.
He's under the monk. He's a vampire.
But is
A
he Rasputin?
vampire monk. Interesting.
Apparently, his henchman Darla is the first female Batman villain in publication history.
God damn.
He is very early.
1939. Yeah, no shit. He is one of the first.
That is kind of interesting, yes.
Also, he is one of the few villains that Batman actually killed during his very, very early runs, where he actually, used a gun.
Have an established character? Yes.
Yeah.
They were
There's
already dead. You can't say Batman really killed them.
He has a point.
Not wrong. But yeah, the Bronze Age version is a bit different.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? Like, he's he's got the legacy certainly, but beyond the like general legacy, he also has the real world legacy. I think the most comparable in his case is Dracula, probably, right?
Who?
Dracula.
Dracula, yeah.
Dracula is probably the most comparable character.
Okay,
So where do we
so
put Dracula again?
C.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's like
I think I like his aesthetic enough to put him a bit higher than Dracula, though.
So
I can agree with that. Yes.
we have two different sort of versions of the character. The
Yeah, the Gold Age version, the pre-crisis and post-crisis.
Yeah. Pre-crisis was a slave owner.
Ugh.
Okay, well we know where to put him then.
Post-crisis, a little bit more unclear.
See, the fact that there's any ambiguity there at all suggests to me that.
Well, he loses. So he was originally called Louis Dubois.
Oh, so he's not Rasputin.
No.
No.
And then post-crisis, he gets renamed to Nikolai Tepesh.
More vampire-y name, yes.
Yeah, okay, then just put him in like D tier, I think.
Yeah, it's two very different versions of the character, so we just gotta average them out.
Yeah.
Put him above Barbatos. Madame Zodiac.
Mutton Zodiac.
Do we know who this is?
Silver Age villain. Not really much to her that I can see.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to have a wiki page.
She's
So
on.
you're saying we know exactly where to put her.
She's in the list of. Let me just scroll up here. Minor enemies.
She
she is.
apparently died in World's Finest in 1983, and then popped back up 27 years later in the Trinity series.
So put her in C with the rest of the boring ones.
SIC is reasonable.
Do we know what her gimmick even is?
No.
Probably
I think it's
something
some
related to
sorcery
astrology.
shit. Oh, the occult black magic.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that about describes her, I think.
Magpie.
Oh, Magpie.
Real name, Margaret
That's some
Pye.
80s ass hair. Yeah. That's an 80s ass hairdo, by the way.
Magpie was an enemy of Batman with an obsession for shiny objects.
Okay, that's
Appropriate
kind of
name.
cool. That is kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she was a zombie during Blackest Night. That's fun.
So she loved shiny things growing up, got the nickname Magpie, took a job as curator of Gotham City Museum of Antiquities, and then that love became compulsive jealousy when she realized she would never possess the antiquities around her, and her mind snapped.
Sounds
As
like
one
classic
does.
villain origin, yeah.
She was unfortunate enough to be the first criminal captured by the team of Batman and Superman working together.
Okay,
Amazing.
that gives her some street cred, I think.
Yes.
I feel like they could have picked a slightly bigger villain for that team up. For that first team up.
Nah, it's funnier this way.
It's funnier.
Yeah, no, I have no issues with this whatsoever.
I'd say B tier, honestly. Just
Yeah,
for that.
Just for the legacy, and again, committing to the bit.
Yeah.
We'll put it with Lincoln March. Man Bat, S tier.
Your favorite? No, not S tier. Top of A.
But he confuses everybody.
Yeah. Top of A.
No, I honestly, Jack, I kind of want to outvote you. I'm with Mill.
Okay.
S
Okay.
tier. Not.
I'm absolutely fine bottom of S tier,
because
but I
it's
just want to put Man Bat in S tier. It amuses me
Okay,
so much.
you know, I'm fine with that. Also, like, Man Bat does have an interesting story and gimmick, so I can't be too mad about it.
He's just so iconic.
True. He's been around for over 50 years, too, so he has
Yeah.
a lot of staying power.
This in an odd twist of fate, he is like one of the few bat-themed villains of Batman.
Yeah,
The
no, that
Batman
is
hero.
interesting.
There's two. Other than evil Batman, the only bat-themed villains that Batman really has are, in fact, Barbatos and Man-Bat.
Wild.
Apparently,
that should count for something.
yeah. Apparently, he clashes with Batman in the Batcave several times because he just follows other bats back to it, which makes me laugh because it just amuses me to imagine just Screech. Oh, fuck's sake, Man Bat's back again. Go on, get out of here! Shoo!
Like, there's just something very appealing about the way Man-Bat is and operates.
Mm-hmm. He's also a very good tragic villain, which there are a lot of those in Batman's Rogues Gallery, but he's a very good example of it.
Yeah, so like even if he's at the bottom of S tier, I think he does deserve S tier.
I will also say
No,
it's
that's fair.
hilarious it's hilarious doing his quest line in fucking Arkham Knight because he literally does nothing. He just flies around and screeches. He doesn't attack anybody.
I mean, he does give us a hell of a fucking jump scare, though.
That was perfect. That was so good. But yeah, no, I fucking love Man Bat. It's so dumb. March Hare.
Mm-hmm. Good old March Hare. Oh, this is a very recent one. Okay. Small-time British con artist and occasional escort. Goes around in a Playboy bunny outfit. Okay.
I believe she made an appearance in Peacemaker. Season 2.
I feel
hey.
like there needs this does not feel okay, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just from a like you know what I'm getting at, right? Like it's one thing to have like a character who's sex positive. This feels like not that.
She's a lesbian.
Oh, cool. Also, apparently she's worked with Mad Hatter a few times, so that's at least committing to the bit.
I think that's how she got her start.
Really? Okay. Or that's how she got her alter ego, I think.
So technically, she's March Harriet, and got recruited as part of Mad Hatter's like Wonderland-themed villain group.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, if nothing else, she's not as straightforwardly boring as I thought. I just wonder if there's some. I just wonder if there's some internalized misogyny here that we're missing because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm concerned.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, she does seem to be just like a goofy villain who, I don't know why she's doing the Playboy outfit or anything like that, but yeah.
I think the answer to why she's doing the Playboy outfit is internalized or systemic misogyny.
Yes.
And the patriarchy.
I mean, it says she's an escort, so it you know, it could just be a fucking work outfit.
She got the outfit from when she was employed at the mansion of an adult magazine mogul. Definitely not Hugh Hefner. Don't look into it too much. So yeah, it's just pilfered property from her former employer. That's actually kind of funny.
Well, it's definitely funny. It's just,
I
I will defer to your judgment on this. This is one of those cases where I think it would be better for me to take a step back because I don't know how exactly I want to approach this, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll go see
No,
with
that's
the
fair.
rest of the people who commit to the bet.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's reasonable.
Put her between King Tut and Film Freak.
hmm Speaking of committing to the bit,
Maxi Zeus.
Maximilian Zeus is his actual fucking name.
Again, just doomed.
But yeah, he literally believes that he is the modern incarnation of Zeus.
Which is funny because Zeus just exists in the D&D
Yes.
universe.
Yes.
Just a dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not this dude, which means this is just a crazy person, essentially.
Yes.
But you know, that's kind of funny.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There are worse routes this could have taken.
Doesn't he cucks Dr. Psycho in the Harley Quinn show?
I think he does, yeah.
Hmm.
He plays up much more, he leans much more into like a debauched take on Zeus in that show, though.
I mean, I feel like that's an accurate description of everyone's characters, but hey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Harley Quinn show is a very crude show. Yeah, he's been around for a while. He's also had some very interesting twists and turns with his character.
Hmm.
Especially like a Serious House on a Serious Earth is one storyline that featured him. And that one had him becoming addicted to electroshock treatment, so that's fun.
Joker finds him annoying,
Okay, then.
which I could be a plus.
Got it, yeah.
That does tend to be a plus, yes. I think B tier, just because of like a combination of the staying power and just how he operates,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that he is actually delusional, but also like funny about it most of the time.
Yeah. Right. We're in B.
Let's say below Magpie.
Right. Mirage.
Real name Mike.
Is that?
As it tends to be, yeah.
Hold on. Okay, there. Alias Carrie Austin. Okay. All been around since the 80s, mostly a C-lister, marked by marked in the new correction during 52, which is a different thing entirely. Do not confuse 52 with New 52. His gimmick is illusions, naturally.
Killed by Bruno Mannheim.
Is that the one we know?
I think it is.
Bruno Ugly Mannheim.
Oh, different Bruno. Different Bruno.
Are you thinking Moxie Boss Mannheim?
No, we're thinking the one we put in F tier. No, Bruno Mannheim
Not
is.
No, different guy,
yeah.
different guy completely. This guy's just a fucking mobster from Metropolis.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's why I recognize the name. He's Intergang.
Hmm.
But yeah, he has a neat gimmick, but he's not like super prolific or anything. He is pretty clearly a C-lister.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can more or less. Yeah.
I'd say below Black Mask.
Bah. Mr. Bloom. Ooh, this is
Pretty
a
recent
recent one.
one.
2015.
Yeah.
Is he Rebirth or End of New 52?
End of New 52. So when Jim Gordon was Batman.
Metahuman criminal
Listen, we
introduces
don't
the
talk about
nemesis of
that.
Jim Gordon's incarnation of Batman following Bruce Wayne's supposed death.
Look, the only
Yeah, I was
time
not
I
a fan of
know
that
Bruce
storyline.
Wayne actually died was during Final Crisis, and he actually went out like a badass.
And even then, he got better. So, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Apparently,
That does tend to happen to him.
Yes.
apparently, real Batman confronts him in a giant mech suit and beats him to the ground where a building falls on him.
Interesting.
Which I'm sure he was fine.
Yes and no.
Listen, a building falling on someone is like one of the most tame things that can happen.
So he
In
ends
comics, yeah.
He ends up working for Task Force Z, which is apparently an initiative made up of undead supercriminals, but he claims not to have died.
He kind of got transformed into a very eldritchy metahuman. Also, he's apparently a superpower dealer, which is interesting.
He was also apparently made to be a form of anti-Joker.
Interesting.
I mean, interesting powers, interesting concept. It just isn't old enough to have been used that much yet, to be fair.
I'd say B tier then.
I would probably put him in B tier, yeah.
Seems acceptable. Yes.
I'd probably go mid, probably around Deacon Blackfire and Electrocutioner.
Yeah, around there.
Mr. Camera.
So his existence is quite funny.
Please explain.
Well, no, just not even explanation wise, just on a surface level, he's a dude with a camera for a head. It's kind of funny.
I'm not finding him on the wiki.
You have to use a period after Mr. 1954. They call him a supervillain, but I'm not sure if he does any real villainy.
He popped up in
Arm
The
was
Brave
much
and the
more loose
Bold at
back in
one
the day.
point. Yeah. He pops up in The Brave and the Bold at one point.
I know he does
But,
that, but like, certainly in the wiki, there's no real villainy written. Apparently, just crime raids, but raids of what crime? There are lots of different types of crime.
Listen, don't worry too much about it. Just
He has appeared recently enough to appear alongside Harley Quinn in her post New 52 look, so.
Alright. I'm still saying C,
But yeah.
probably around either the people who commit or the people with cool costumes.
Yeah, no, I'd say
that
that's
does
fair.
seem appropriate for him, yes.
We can put him what? by Black Mask, I guess.
Yeah.
Above Black Mask, certainly.
Yeah.
It's
Monster
a
Man.
Monster Man.
Monster
1940.
Man.
Group of individuals injected with Hugo Strange's monster serum.
I was gonna say those are Hugo Strange minions, aren't they?
Yeah.
So wherever I think in this case, a good rule of thumb is wherever we ranked Strange, we can sort of just put hit them like a tier below or something like that. Just
A tier? You
Yeah,
think they should go in A
I'd
tier?
be saying at most B tier, if I'm brutally honest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like put them at the bottom of like, or like you can put them in like mid C, I guess.
Yeah, they're mostly just mooks.
He apparently murders them in
Yeah.
Golden Age.
I'm not shocked.
Hung one from the neck on the bat plane until they were dead and shot another off a skyscraper.
That's a very iconic image. Yeah.
Now you can put him at the bottom of B if you want.
Sure.
No, C is fine, but yeah, bottom B also works, I guess.
Up to you, Millie. You're the one putting it.
Nah. Mother.
Mother.
Is it Mother Panic? No.
Might be. No.
No, Mother Panic is someone else. Mother Panic is a very difficult character in many ways. I say this as someone who read most of her initial comic run.
Oh, you know, I think this might be a Batgirl villain. Just gonna take a look. Nope. Kind of sworn Mother is like David Kane's boss in the Rebirth era,
Well,
or
she's
the
in,
New 52 era.
she's in Minor Enemies again.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
She's only a single storyline. I think it's Batman and Robin Eternal, which is what reintroduced Cassandra Cain post Flashpoint.
I'm hearing Gunhawk level.
Yeah, something like that. She's a single storyline villain, so. Now this one!
We got better things to discuss because we got Mr. Freeze.
S tier.
Yes, but the positioning does matter in this case because he's. So let's talk about Mr. Freeze a little bit.
So Mr. Freeze is interesting because for about 30 years of his existence, he was basically a fairly generic jewel thief. And then Batman the Animated Series came along and reinvented his backstory into something incredible.
Yes, he's a wife guy. He's like the ultimate wife guy. In this house, we respect wife guys.
Yes. And he's been with that backstory ever since.
So here is the thing. On a personal level, he is one of the characters that requires the single most blatant suspension of disbelief. And why I say that is because in the DC, he is a character whose motivations stop making any sort of sense the moment you do not consider Batman and his rogues in a vacuum.
Please elaborate.
So his goal is he needs to fund his research so he can save his wife.
Yes.
That's his goal for committing crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. In the broader DC universe, and he is actually someone who is capable of interfacing with that because he is high tier enough and he has broad enough connections, in the broader DC universe, his problem with the wife is largely irrelevant because there's 4 billion ways of saving her. Hell,
Yes.
even in Batman's universe alone, his wife is not so ill that tossing her in a Lazarus pit for a few days to soak won't do anything.
That actually did happen, like, in the years leading up to Flashpoint. She was pissed at him for a number of reasons and became the villain Lazara.
Yeah, but we don't talk about the New 52 too much.
This is pre-52. This is pre-Flashpoint. The New 52 version of Frieza and Nora's story is garbage, and Rebirth retconned that, as it should.
Thankfully, yes, Rebirth. A lot of the Rebirth retcons were pretty solid. But yes, the reason I think he is lower in S tier is simply because he's a character who is difficult to take seriously, and when you consider that Batman is not like just a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he deserves S tier just on principle, but I think he's someone who should be in the lowest echelons of S tier.
I mean, S tier isn't like a particularly large tier to begin with. I'd say he goes between Clayface and Hugo Strange, personally, but...
Okay, I can live with that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he's just a character who is like... He requires being in a vacuum to function properly, and because he is not in a vacuum, he can be annoying to think about at times.
Music Meister.
The Music
Meister! S tier, just on legacy alone. Very difficult not to consider him on the, like just, you know what I'm trying to say.
It's kind of wild that he only really appeared in Batman Brave and the Bold, and just
in one episode,
such a massive impact.
He single-handedly, he's like Kite Man levels of influential in that way.
Yeah. He just really has a good impact. His appearance in the Arrowverse is less good.
Listen, if we were considering the CW verse, this would be a very different list.
I mean, not a lot of the characters from this list appear in there, fortunately.
He also appears in the Harley Quinn show.
Yes. And he also appears in Lego Batman 3.
Of course he does. It's Lego Batman. Where else would he be if not in Lego Batman 3?
But yeah, Music Meister, yeah. It's hard for me to say anything but A or S.
I think S tier just because of the sheer, like, impact he has had.
On S, but still S, yeah.
Alright, fine.
Mill, you need to do us a favor
You
and watch the
disagree?
Music Meister episode as
I
soon
get
as
that.
we get off this call.
That is lit. Yes, no, believe me, we know you well enough to be able to confidently say that we're pretty sure you would enjoy the Music Meister once you see him in action.
He's voiced by Neil Patrick Harris.
Right, okay. The Mutants.
Oh, this is from fucking Dark Knight Returns, okay. I have not read or watched Dark Knight Returns in a hot minute. I'm pretty sure this is the gang that Batman fights when he's coming out of retirement.
At least one of them joined up with good old Swastika Tits Bruno.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, the
Yeah.
mutant gang
Tier at
disbanded.
most, I think.
Yeah,
E tier.
Was that?
E tier
E
at
tier?
most.
Yeah, E tier seems reasonable.
Nobody.
Odysseus, is that you?
Morgan Ducard.
Son of Henri Ducard, who we put in near the bottom of C.
Is he more interesting than his dad?
I don't think
Well,
so.
This dude got murked by Damien.
In fairness, so did like Wally West, so that's not exactly the worst.
Oh, not
in the world.
murked. Murked.
Oh, again, that's actually more common.
Yeah.
You'd think so. It's not exactly a downside.
Yeah. Also, he was a shitty, abusive father to his daughter, so that's fun.
Oh, that yeah, well, now we know where to put him.
E tier, let's go. Once you want to put him in D instead.
Just did he have a kid?
Yeah, Maya.
No. I'm not even seeing that.
That's weird.
Are we on different wikis or something?
I'm using both the Batman fandom wiki and TV tropes.
Okay. So where?
I'd say D or E.
Nah. Nocturna.
She's a interesting one. She's been around since the 80s. She has a bit of a vampire motif going to her.
Really? Is she an actual vampire? Because those do exist, so that's a very important question.
No, she just has a vampire motif. But with the whole very pale skin,
She's a
dark
poser as well.
hair, red lips, seductress vibe.
She has
she's a poser.
she has a rare light sensitivity disease.
She was recently adapted into the Caped Crusader cartoon, which is pretty good. Where she was basically like a kind of sort of vampire there.
I see.
Honestly, so I think she should go in B.
Explain.
Because she outright legally adopted Jason Todd, and while she did it partially as an attempt to win Bruce over, she genuinely came to actually care for him as a child, as a son.
Okay, well that changes things.
Yeah.
She loses points because it was Jason Todd, but that does change things. Have I mentioned that I don't really like Jason Todd?
You might have.
There is a second Nocturna who is apparently just a vampire.
Okay, that might explain it.
They're more of an enemy of Batwoman than Batman.
Also explains it, yeah. Yeah, I honestly think she should go into B tier, just because there is like
that bit of extra backstory definitely does a lot for her.
that little bit of depth and a little bit of tragedy to her makes her interesting.
Yeah.
I'd say probably around Magpie-ish.
I'll put her above Hush, to be honest.
Fair.
Nissa
Nissa
Ratko.
Rack. One of the children of Ra's al Ghul.
Is she one of the interesting children of?
She's a more recent one, introduced in 2003. She's been portrayed in a couple different pieces of media. She was actually let's see, as much as we mentioned earlier that don't need to talk about it much. She was in the Arrowverse, but she apparently pops up in the Arkham games at some point.
Aru?
I don't know when, but she does.
Probably like.
Probably
there's
sometime.
enough. Yeah,
Maybe
there's
in
enough-
night. I don't know.
I think it's in Night in DLC.
Maybe, yeah.
Because remember,
could do
Jack,
it.
there is that fucking DLC around Ra's al Ghul.
Mm-hmm. Right. Also, she and her family were Holocaust survivors, which is interesting.
Oh, that's not gonna so not gonna do Raish any good. She apparently asked for Raish's help, and he basically went, "I don't agree with his ideology, but I'm just gonna let him kill millions because it helps me."
Yeah, Raish is a very much a. We'll talk about Raish when we get to Raish. But yeah, no, she is. Oh, I think as a kind of sort of apology for that, he allowed her to keep a Lazarus pit to herself.
He's an interesting character.
This is before that because she had been around for a while before the Holocaust.
Mm-hmm. She tortures Talia. She then tries to assassinate Superman with kryptonite bullets.
Damn,
Minus.
ballsy.
And then once Batman stops that, Raish kills. No, she kills Raish.
Get in line.
And then she and Talia become heads of the League of Assassins.
Neat.
She
Seems
tries.
like he's just like a slightly better Talia, is what I'm getting from this.
Well, a Talia that doesn't.
Who's been around longer and who has actual beef with Raish.
And doesn't have a romance with Bruce.
With Batman, yeah.
And didn't commit sexual assault?
She does sort of just get murked in the first 1 year later issue of Robin.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Like, gets in the car, it explodes, and Lady Shiva just says, "Oh yeah, she was killed by the League of Assassins."
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this the same storyline, though, or Cassandra Cain got brainwashed?
I wouldn't rule it out.
That was a dumb storyline. But yeah, honestly, interesting conceptually, and actually pretty ballsy. I'd say B tier.
I can live with that, more or less.
Court of Owls-ish?
I would say lower in B tier.
I'd say mid-low B, yeah.
Alright,
Around, like, Lord Deathman, maybe.
above Duella Dent?
Sure. Oh, Onomatopoeia, I like him. So he's an assassin whose gimmick is that he only speaks in sound effects. Like comic book sound effects.
Yeah. It's a very fun sounding gimmick.
Admittedly.
It is a very fun gimmick. I think he was created by Kevin Smith.
Yep.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Also a villain of Black Canary and Green Arrow.
Yeah. His modus operandi involves murdering superheroes who don't have superpowers.
That's not very cash money of him, but at the same time, I do respect the hustle to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm. His design's also pretty neat.
Wow, he seems to have actually done a fair amount. He broke Joker out of Arkham, nearly killed Deadshot, bribed Joker to start a gang war with Maxi Zeus, stabbed Joker in the heart to force Batman to choose between saving Joker or capturing Onomatopoeia. Managed to gain Batman's trust enough to infiltrate the Batcave and murder Silver St. Cloud.
Damn.
Like, it's might not have been a huge amount of like stories, but when he does appear, he's apparently fucking pretty good.
He's quite impactful when he needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking B again.
Yeah, it seems.
I don't necessarily.
You don't necessarily want Fuzzy.
I don't necessarily disagree with B tier. High B. Honestly,
B.
put him above Jason Todd, Red Hood.
I'm fine with that.
Orca.
Whales.
Whales.
So from 2000, is female.
Yep.
I'm sure that does a lot of things for a lot of people.
Oh dear. So she was paralyzed, worked at Gotham Aquarium until it closed. Started experimenting with spinal cord tissue regeneration using orca spinal tissue. And
She's
then,
that archetype.
yeah, and then, got transformed into, or got the ability to transform into a giant orca, or orca person, because she can transform into transform back into a regular form as well.
Mm-hmm.
For reasons
So
that
kind of similar to Man-Bat, actually, in that regard.
For reasons that I don't understand, she then begins this crime spree. I mean, she wants to sell the diamond she steals to help fund projects for underprivileged people.
That's very based.
Okay. She gets shot multiple times and becomes mortally wounded, and then she tells Batman that the only way she could survive is if he gave her the rest of the formula that turned her into Orca in the first place. He does, and then she loses the ability to transform into her human form again.
So she started as a villain when she was a vigilante against corruption.
So what you're saying is she's the lizard.
Basically.
Also a villain of Nightwing, in New 52 and Rebirth.
Yeah. Her design's pretty neat, honestly, and do like the whole concept of whale person.
She apparently also befriended Harper Row and Cassandra Cain, so
that's neat.
It definitely seems like more of an friend of the family than anything else in many ways. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, want to say probably B tier then.
Again, probably low B tier.
Yeah.
Above Cavalier.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I can look at that.
Orgam
the Orgam
family.
family. Yes.
I'm not familiar with them, but for some reason I'm getting incest vibes.
Or maybe cult vibes.
Those are not mutually exclusive, Jack.
No, I know they're not. Yeah, I'm not finding any information about them.
On the DC wiki, the Orgams are a royal family from Svartstrol, who were involved in the founding of the village that would go on to become Gotham City.
Ah.
So old
see.
money.
Hmm. The family was killed by Ra's al Ghul.
That's funny.
Because apparently he was the Orgam King's most trusted aide until Ra's killed him.
That's funny.
But there are also another 3. He was one of 4 near immortal servants. There's also Shavhod Erhad, Mercurial Priestess of the Serpents, Gale Tenclaw, a lycanthrope, and Niang Modram, physician and flesh crafter to the Chola Kings. I don't necessarily know how these guys are villains to Batman.
Neither do I.
Yeah, maybe just
they are
by
from
virtue of their-
2022. Their first appearance was.
Okay, that explains a lot about why the wiki is so bare bones. Then
So C tier.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think so. We just don't know enough about them. They might be interesting, they might not be.
Yeah.
Auto Nets.
Not super familiar with this. Unrepentant Nazi master criminal. Okay.
Oh boy, okay! There we go.
Well, it's good that we have established rules for this sort of thing.
Auto Nets, aka Dr. Doodless or Agent Zero, is a Nazi enemy of Batman.
God. That's just wow.
He is apparently the creator of Professor Pig.
Huh.
And is the father of Catherine Webb,
Huh.
aka Kate Kane.
Let's just.
Oh, not main Kate Kane. The Batwoman from the old times.
He apparently fucking got assigned to England during World War II, and it took them until the Falklands to find out he was a Nazi.
That's not really surprising.
Anyway, yeah,
Anyway,
Nazi
let's not
F
waste
tip.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time on him.
Up next, Outsider.
This is alternate. This is Earth 3 Alfred.
Oh.
Earth 3 is the universe with the crime syndicates, where basically everyone's evil. Well, that's post-credits.
Morality is reversed.
Yeah, morality is reversed.
Villains are heroes, heroes are villains.
Pre-crisis outsider is a resurrected, half-resurrected Alfred.
I mean, Alfred's pretty badass.
True.
Yeah, it stands to reason that evil Alfred is fairly threatening.
I feel like for the Alfred bit alone, it's probably going to be B.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I absolutely agree with this. Yes.
I don't think he appears that often, to be brutally honest. So,
No. Probably mid B.
put him above Dueladen and below Nisaratko.
Alright.
Owlman, finally here.
Ah, yes. The Earth 3 equivalent to Batman.
Who is very strongly implied to be the Joker. Or at least the person who would eventually become the Joker, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's a very interesting character.
Yes.
Because he is sort of... Also! Wait, no. There's many different versions of Owlman.
Yep.
Now that I think about it.
Yes.
I mean, there's Dick Grayson Owlman. Earth 3 Owlman is unknown. You've got Thomas Wayne Jr.
First Owlman is the one that's implied to be the Joker.
Roy Raymond Jr. Owlman. Lincoln March Owlman.
We already talked about him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really not possible to like properly discuss the like mechanics of Owlman without like as a whole. He's like several dudes who are very different in character and characterization. It's like this is the first real legacy character we've kind of come across that varies so wildly from iteration to iteration.
Shockingly,
Well,
Earth 3
Crisis-
Owlman. Shockingly, Earth 3 Owlman died when his entire universe was destroyed.
What? No.
Would do it, yes.
Yeah, no, the post-crisis version of Owlman is similar to Earth 3 Owlman. Which has carried over into New 52 and onwards. So yeah, just gonna go by that assumption of, it's the Earth 3 version of Owlman, who it was featured probably the most well-known adaptation was Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. Which, really good adaptation of the character, and really good. He's basically the main villain of the movie.
I think A tier just if you average it out, there's enough good there to put him in A tier.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But like
way.
we would need to go by individual iterations, which this does not have if we wanted to really get into
It's hard to get into the weeds of it, yeah.
yeah.
I'd say low A. Fuzzy?
Yeah, I can live with that.
Bottom of A?
Sure.
Penguin.
Penguin! Classic villain. Let's see how long penguins have actually been around, because I am curious. I don't remember exactly. 1941! Fucking hell. Yeah, no, he's one of the classic Batman baddies.
I love that under
At
abilities.
this point, I think
I love that under abilities he's got assorted bird-related paraphernalia.
Amazing.
I mean, of course.
It just amuses me.
Ser-
He's a very complicated character because he's like a lot of the characters. Or actually, no. Unlike a lot of S tier,
You faded out real bad there, Fuzzy.
Yeah.
you hear me now?
Yes.
A little bit.
unlike a lot of S tier, he is kind of all over the place because he has had very different characterizations over the years.
I mean, yeah, you got just in live action alone, you've got Burgess Meredith, you got Danny DeVito, and you got Colin Farrell, all of whom played him wildly differently.
And yeah, he is one of the most variable characters in S tier, I think.
I mean, he's going in
There are-
S tier, no question about it.
Yeah, there are times when he is incredible, and there are also times where he is just not okay. Like,
I feel like so he's had some really good iterations. Like all characters, he depends on the writer, but he is a really interesting character, especially if the writer digs in deep to like the source of his animosity towards other people and or Bruce Wayne in
I
particular.
would put him around Freeze and Strange.
Yeah, somewhere in that zone.
From a sheer longevity perspective, I'll say Penguin below Strange, but above Freeze.
Fair enough. It's not exactly easy to determine like the exact specifics of it, to be fair.
Again, it varies wildly from version to version.
Yeah, Penguin also has gone on pretty long ends of the sympathy spectrum. So
He apparently is a trained falconer and employed two falcons named Shoe and the Professor as a deadly attack birds.
amazing. Yeah.
Phantasm.
So I actually watched Mass of the Phantasm last night.
Oh.
So
Really?
that will help. Yeah.
What brought that on?
The conversation I was having with Lore earlier last weekend. Because I hadn't watched Master of the Phantasm before. I was like, I should change that. I have free time on Monday. Might as well.
Oh, it was your first time watching The Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm honestly shocked I hadn't watched it beforehand. It's a good movie.
Well, have you
Holds up
watched
pretty well.
The Phantasm? No?
I have not now.
Okay, so we're let's avoid spoilers, Jack, then. Because it's a very good movie. Also, that is one of those movies that you really is not appropriate for children, if you know what I'm saying.
It should be PG-13 rated.
Yeah, I watched that movie and was subsequently not okay.
Yeah. Good movie though, gotta say.
A great movie.
Phantasm is also one of the characters who has been ported from the animated series universe over to the comics, though a bit more recently than most others. I think it was around
2021.
Okay, so very recently. Okay.
Tom King's Batman / Catwoman comic series.
That is very much where the Phantasm belongs, if you know the lore.
Mm.
Yeah, Phantasm is just a sort of interesting character in many ways, but I think Villain is a very
Phantasm is more of a vigilante along lines of Black Spider than an outright villain.
And has a very good backstory, very intricately tied to the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I think high B, low A.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We'll let you decide based on how you feel about Phantasm's design.
It's a pretty neat design. Has those sort of like weird cutting blade hands.
Just one hand. The other hand is a regular hand.
Fair enough. I mean, utility, I guess. I'm fine probably going bottom of A, above Owlman.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Pierrot Lunaire.
I'm pretty sure this is just like a mime. His gimmick is mime. He was part of the Club of Villains.
French criminal martial artist who themes himself after the clownish Commedia dell'arte character Pierrot.
I mean, he's not that interesting, I think.
I mean, we
So
can
another C tier, you're saying?
we can put him with the other fucking Club of Villains guys.
That really is basically where he belongs.
Yeah.
I think.
And hey, again, we have much more interesting person to get to next, because Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, obviously S tier, very classic villain. First made in the 60s, interestingly enough.
Also had one of the most positive and relatively recent tilts
Yeah,
in terms
no,
of
part of it's like
character.
this. Part of it's because of environmentalism and that the growing prominence of that, becoming, you know, a much more socially positive thing.
relevant.
Yeah,
issue.
socially relevant thing. So that whole slide has been taking place over the last 30 odd years, and that tied with her being tied to Harley, who, you know, they never really they always kind of like swing her through that revolving door of turning heel and turning face and whatnot, and like it was inevitable before they turned her face too.
She is, in fact, married to Harley Quinn.
Yep.
It is more or less an open relationship on Harley's side, but I think like Poison Ivy is relatively more conservative in that regard.
Yes. Wait, they're officially married, or they're just like in a
Well,
common
just
law
like
marriage?
functionally speaking, they are tied closely enough together that you might as well say they're married.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, Ivy is a very long-standing character for good reason. Interestingly enough, she used to just be like a mundane femme fatale, created largely as a replacement for Catwoman, who had basically had started leaning more and more face over the past several years. And then she got plant powers later.
She's definitely like an important character with a lot of, like, she's going in S tier,
Yes.
but the question is where.
Mm. Where in S tier do we put her?
I think just as the lesbian gods decreed, put her next to Harley.
Above or below Harley, though? Does she top or does she bottom?
See that there we need an entire podcast for that. I don't think we have time to get into that conversation.
Yes.
I'd say
That would be
split
fine.
Harley and Joker up.
Good.
Yes, that's a good.
That is
That's,
actually perfect, yes.
this is very appropriate. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
Polka Dot Man.
I fucking love Polka Dot Man. Part of that's because the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie, but also He's a goofy Silver Age villain who is actually surprisingly dangerous.
He's very much of the same played as Condiment King,
Yeah.
which, as you all know, is quite high praise.
Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't love a silly yet surprisingly effective supervillain?
So yes, I would say put him around the general vicinity of Condiment King.
Let's go below Condiment King. Polka dots aren't quite as bad as condiments.
That is a fair point, yes.
It is hilarious that there is just a dude with a costume covered in polka dots that is a villain.
Yes.
Though admittedly, he has apparently a variety of gimmick dots, including Flying Buzzsaw Dot, Flying Saucer Dot, Sun Dot, Bubble Dot, Fist Dots, and Hole Dot.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
You gotta have a certain level of versatility in the modern era.
Uh-huh.
Professor Milo.
So Professor Milo is interesting in that he is one of the few Batman rogues to have the distinction of being killed in 2 separate animated adaptations.
That alone gets him out of C tier.
He's also like popped up once in the 50s, then again in the 70s, where he became a semi-regular low-tier rogue. Like a C-lister, as it were.
He may also have been the inspiration for the creation of ZNR.
Interesting. Okay.
Batman R.I.P. Reveals that his gas inspired Bruce Wayne to create the backup personality.
Well then, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Don't know.
Batman also does apparently consult, or did consult him from time to time, when...
like a whole Hannibal Lecter type thing?
Sort of, in terms of, like, whenever Joker brought out a new chemical, I think.
I see.
Neat.
Yeah, I think Legacy alone, he gets, like, high B, low A.
I'd say high B.
I'd probably go mid B.
Somewhere around Anarchy?
Yeah. Though he did apparently subject Batman to a drug that made Batman afraid of anything bat-shaped, which...
That's hilarious.
It's kind of
that's
hilarious.
just very funny.
I'll put him above Anarchy. But
Yeah.
I also just don't think he shows up all that often.
No.
Some characters don't really need to show up that often to be good.
Wow, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just reading how he died in fucking Brave and the Bold.
Oh?
He trained rats to steal diamonds, and then he was beaten by the Spectre and Batman. When Batman left, the Spectre turned him into cheese and let the rats eat him.
The Spectre is so funny sometimes.
The Spectre
love
seems
the
like a dick.
Spectre's like... The Spectre is low-key one of my favorite... The Spectre and Ghost Rider are very fun characters.
Spectre's whole thing is inflicting karmic deaths upon really shitty people.
He just seriously just picks like... Yeah, okay. Professor Pig.
That's the point of the character. He's also, like, one of the single most powerful characters in the DC universe because he is an aspect of the presence
Yeah.
Right.
at his most extreme. Which not a lot of people talk about, but that is, in fact, one of his main... claims to fame is that, but anyway, we're not talking about the Spectre. Professor Pig.
Professor Pig is a surprisingly recent one for how, like, prominent he's become in recent years.
2007, yeah, wow.
He is a very genuinely disturbing character.
Yeah, like, and I don't know if that's like in a good way or not. If you know what I'm saying.
I mean, his whole thing is basically treating surgery as an art and physically and mentally victims with power tools to create his idolatrons, which are like basically drafts for his masterpiece.
It's a Pygmalion pun for those who are not.
Yes.
Really in. Miller, are you familiar with Pygmalion?
A little bit. It's not something I'd know a huge amount about.
Greek mythology. Pygmalion is a sculptor who creates who creates Galatea after Aphrodite blesses a statue he made of the quote unquote most beautiful woman.
Right. Okay.
So Pygmalion is basically what if sex repulsed character decides to make his own waifu?
Yeah. Galatea is the result, and he falls in love with the statue and laments that because it is a statue, he cannot actually properly love it. And so Aphrodite takes pity on him and turns the statue to life.
Which has some very unsettling implications that the OSP video goes into better detail than I ever will.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Also, of course, this dude shows up first in Batman number 666. But yeah, I think he's pretty interesting. Just from like his whole take on like,
yes,
yeah.
I'm definitely thinking B. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think he's a bit too new to go any higher than that, but
yes, he lacks the legacy.
Yeah.
He lacks the legacy and the impact to go higher.
He also got his ass beat by Bane at one point, apparently. So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure Bane could manhandle 90% of the Rogues Gallery.
Also fair.
Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of how OP Bane is, but that's a conversation for another time.
Above Court of Owls?
A big fan of what? Yeah. You're a big fan of what, Puzzy?
How OP Bane is, generally.
Speaking of overpowered...
Prometheus.
Fuck this guy.
Elaborate.
So he's technically a Justice League villain, I'm pretty sure. Because he is, if I remember correctly, he's responsible for, which was it? The, which story? Was it the Cry for Justice storyline, or was it, Identity Crisis? It was one of those two that he was responsible for.
Not great either way.
Yeah.
Cry for Justice.
Yes. Yeah, he's a real shitty dude. And I'm pretty sure he's he has the whole I'm using my helmet to download your skills and abilities. I'm super powerful and awesome.
Yeah. So he's one of those examples of the reason he's hateable is not for the reasons the writers want us to hate him. A lot of the time. Right? Like, we've established that hateable is good.
He's got X-Pac heat. He's got the type of hatred where you don't want to watch/read him get his comeuppance. It's I don't particularly just want
him to not be on screen.
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't want to read this anymore.
Yes, that is exactly how to describe him.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't know about Cry for Justice, Fuzzy.
No, I know about both storylines. It's just been a while. Those are not very new storylines.
And also not very fun storylines to read, to be fair.
Yeah, it's one of those things that are... Yeah, go ahead.
He does apparently get killed by Green Arrow at the end of it.
Unsurprising given what he did.
Yeah, he's just not great.
No.
Not for the reasons he's supposed to be not great, which is his greatest crime.
Also, like, I'm not sure he really qualifies as a Batman villain, per se. He's more of a Justice League villain.
Yeah, but there's enough overlap there that that's not really the issue, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not the primary issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Cry for Justice was basically an attempt to course correct the dude into actually being intimidating, but nah. Overcorrection. Also, his backstory is fucking weird, man.
Oh, wow. He was beaten in JLA by Catwoman, who cracked him with her whip in the crotch.
Rip Bozo.
As God intended. But yeah, it's just he's just not great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. So D, E.
D for now.
I think he's had enough impact to squeak out of E.
Alright. Punchline.
I would put him above Gotham and Gotham Girl.
Alright.
Punchline is very funny to me because she was very clearly created as an attempt to basically be like, okay, Harley Quinn's turned face now. Here's new Harley Quinn. That said, she's a lot.
As with all attempts to do this, did not. Okay.
She's very recent as a character. She's from 2020.
She's basically, we lack vital information.
Oh no, there's plenty of information of her on wikis. She's I
meant more in the sense of.
Oh, none of us have really like read anything with her firsthand. Yeah.
Yeah, we lack firsthand information, and also there's just comic book characters need some time to simmer.
Yeah,
I think. And it's the reason why Professor Pig, as interesting as he is, will never really he needs at least a decade. Like, comic books work on a very long time scale.
Mm-hmm.
She did apparently get her ass beaten by Orca.
Nice. She is basically Harley Quinn, but more asshole-ish.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, damn. She outright kidnaps and tortures Lucius Fox.
Ooh.
Well, that's just a dick move in general.
She also beat Harley in a fight and stabbed Catwoman and left her for dead. C?
Yeah, C.
That seems about right, yeah.
She's too recent and not, like... She's not settled in enough to really, like, get a firm judgment beyond that.
Yeah. I put it between King Cobra and Jane Doe.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Ragdoll.
So, like, the toy or the cat? Because it's a very important distinction.
Two separate words.
So the toy, not the cat.
Yes. Popped up in a few things here and there. I liked the version from the Batman. It's suitably creepy design.
So, first from 2005, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So the version of Ragdoll I'm more familiar with, I think, is the one who pops up in Secret Six.
Yeah.
He's fun in that comic, or they're fun in that comic, rather. Ragdoll is canonically non-binary.
Okay. That explains why the wiki keeps switching between male and female pronouns.
Yep. He uses both.
Fair enough.
Hey, good for her.
Yeah.
There's an I think you should leave joke in here somewhere.
Probably.
But yeah, overall, I think this is a okay character. Just
I think Ragdoll kind of like isn't really as much of a Batman villain at this stage, more of like a more of like a generalized anti-hero / anti-villain character.
which, you know, is not necessarily the most uncommon thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Also, bonus points for being a very differentiated version of like the original Ragdoll, who you know, child of the original Ragdoll.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane to undergo hundreds of surgeries in order to become a full-ass contortionist.
Mm.
To be fair, I think that's not necessarily the most uncommon thing in the world in real life either.
True.
There's a lot of people who are into that sort of thing.
High C
That's a
with the
that's a
commit.
low B.
Okay.
Drop right, yeah.
Below Maxi Zeus.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
Ra's
Oh boy,
al
Ra's al Ghul, the Big Daddy.
God, he's gonna. You know what? It's been long enough. Do you want to call it here and then start with him next time? Because I don't think we have time to get into him satisfactorily in like
And we
the
could-
remaining time we have.
We could wrap up with him because he is a long conversation, but we could also start with him because he is a long conversation.
I would prefer to start with him because I also need a clearer head for this. and it's
Okay,
been a
then.
while, and I'm
What
starting to,
we'll
like,
do-
lose focus.
We'll do a quick swap, and we'll finish with Ratcatcher.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm fine with that. Yes.
AKA Taiki Watiti.
What? No.
Listen, we can't. Let's not get into that end of things because that can.
So Otis
Potentially-
Flanagan, a very different character.
Taika Waititi
Uh,
was the Ratcatcher in the Suicide Squad.
I know.
Why is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. It's just the Suicide Squad, like, as the main Ratcatcher used original Ratcatcher's child as the main one. But yes,
Yeah, it's kind of a different character.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a legacy
Ratcatcher 2 is different from Ratcatcher 1.
in both good and bad ways.
Ratcatcher 1 was also one of the casualties of Infinite Crisis, which, long list, I know.
Yes, that is not the most uncommon thing.
A lot of C and B list villains died during Infinite Crisis. And heroes as well. Mostly Teen Titans, actually. Anyways, Ratcatcher has an interesting gimmick. Basically, like, he controls rats. He is a former exterminator who controls rats. And he is really good at it. He also just has a neat costume, okay? I know it's an exterminator suit, but it's a neat costume for a supervillain.
It's yeah. I will give him that. He's like pretty okay, all things considered.
Yeah.
He's also apparently
I think
friends with Magpie.
He's
Mm-hmm.
okay. That does give him. Well, let's put them next to each other then. They're both in B, right? So like,
Yeah. Seems
friends
reasonable.
hang out.
Wait, Magpie, yeah.
Okay, then. We're going to start off with Raish next time. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off on a rant about that off stream.
Okay.
But it's not something I feel comfortable talking about on stream. But yes, we'll get to that.
We've still got some big ones though, because we got
We also got Riddler, Scarecrow, got Two-Face, Talia, and
Solomon Grundy born on a Monday.
Vandal
I have
Savage
heard-
as well.
And we have Zebra Man.
Ooh.
Can't forget about Zebra Man.
Also, Zaz is going to be interesting to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, that is where we're going to end for today. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and please press that bell icon, yo.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you on Thursday. Good night.
Later.
Bye bye.